What's it like sort of now that sort of have that experience going against her and obviously another great point guard in Courtney Vandersloot? I know you want to beat them, but is there some excitement just going against those players?
For sure. Like Sabrina was definitely somebody, like I remember buying the Pac-12 network because like as we know the Pac-12 network, we're not even sure if it's a real thing. It's not a real thing anymore, but in high school it was hard to find in the Midwest, so we found it though. But she was definitely somebody like I loved watching, and obviously Oregon recruited me. So when I went on my visit there, like Sabrina was around the whole time, and you just got to see how genuine of a person she was, on top of being the best basketball player in America. And I think just the way she took Oregon to become a powerhouse, like obviously that's something I loved and that's something I wanted to do at Iowa. And she continued to support me throughout my college career, like was always reaching out and congratulating me and being really supportive. So, and her shoe is pretty comfortable, I will say that too. So it's cool getting to go up against her and somebody that I idolize, and obviously Vandersloot, like somebody that's just been a staple in this league and has been tremendous and one of the best point guards of all time. So for me, it's definitely like a little excitement for sure, even though I'm competing against them.
Front row.
Hey Caitlin, with the big billboard you outside, the pregame party outside too, just how much is the outside excitement and energy feeding into you surrounding this home opener tonight?
Yeah, I think you can just like feel it. Like it's just like a great buzz. People are excited. Like when I was driving here, like people on the streets in fever gear, like you can just feel the buzz and excitement around this team, not only for this game tonight, but just the entire season. And obviously we're gonna have our hands full tonight with one of the best teams in the league, but you can't ask for a better home opener. Like this is what gets people excited matchups like these. So I know our group's ready and prepared, and for me, like it's fun. Like you look around, you soak it in, and you can't really script it any better.
Front row.
Kate, I'm Lauren Moss from WNBA in South Bend, but I'm a Hawkeye. So thank you for everything you've done for the university. I have a little video from some of your friends at the Children's Hospital that I've been working on. I would love to show you. Do you mind?
Sure. How long is it?
30 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry. You want me to play?
Oh, cute.
Coming at you from South Children's Hospital.
Too bad you can't all see it.
Sorry, Lisa.
Catching the fever.
Aww.
He was never a long shot, girl.
You don't want to say good luck to me. Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. I
thought it would
appreciate
pep
that.
you, pep
I
you.
like that.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Yeah. Dogs.
You gotta get the dogs in there next time
I know.
too. Therapy dogs. With my boys.
Caitlin, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but how have you been able to balance the responsibilities that you have off the court? I mean, you're talking to us, 3 times today?
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I love you guys, but I think we need to cut that back. Maybe Kathy can help
You
me
got
out.
that, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
But how have you tried to balance those responsibilities with what you're here to do, what you're paid for?
Yeah, like this is my job. Like it is my responsibility. So I think it's just something you accept, and it comes with it for every single player, whether you're talking to the media or not. Like this is something we all have to do, and other players around the league are doing it too. So it's the same for everybody. And at the same time, like I'm lucky, and for me this is fun. You guys keep it fun. I mean, I feel like you know everything about my life at this point. Like I don't know what more there is to say, but I guess for me, like basketball is my main priority, and all this kind of just comes with it. But yeah, I think more than anything, like this is just your job, it's your responsibility, just like all of you and your jobs and your responsibilities. It's good the same for me.
Third row.
Kaylin, your first home game in college, I think there were like 350 people there, the pandemic.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of what your emotions were that night when you were starting your college career? And does that feel like yesterday or forever ago, or a little bit of both?
It feels like a little bit of both for sure. Like it feels like I, just began my college career, but at the same time that does feel like forever ago. So I think it's a little of both. I think the emotions going into that game were just like an excitement. I think it almost played to my advantage that I was getting to play in front of nobody. Like you don't have the kind of that added pressure of the environment and the crowd that you're trying to navigate as well as navigate the game. So I think that helped me in a way. But I think it's like the same coming in here is like just the excitement of getting to play in your home arena for the very first time in your first WNBA home game. Like that's only something you get to do one time. The excitement, the buzz, the family I'll have here, the friends I'll have here, getting to enjoy that with them. So yeah.
if we could attempt to matriculate the microphone over to Ben Pickman there, that would be wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a great word.
Ben, go ahead.
Yeah, in the back here. Kaylin, you said on Tuesday pregame that that was up there with one of the best moments of your life. I guess reflecting on Tuesday, was that one of the best moments of your life? And I guess how do you compare the moment you're about to encounter today?
Yeah, it was still obviously great. Like, I don't beat myself up too much over one performance. Like, I think that would be a little bit silly. Yeah, do I wish I would have played a little better? Absolutely. But at the same time, like, I have great perspective on everything that happens. And I think it was the same in my college career. There were some moments that were absolutely amazing, and there were some moments where I was not happy with how I played and how I performed and how my team performed. But, that's just life. That's just basketball. I think, like I said, like, giving yourself some grace. Like, yeah, I was frustrated and I knew I could have performed a lot better. But at the same time, like, that's my first WNBA game. Like, it's a great learning opportunity for me against one of the best teams in the league. And for myself, like, yeah, maybe like individual-wise and team-wise, it didn't go how I wanted to, but the memories from that game, and like, it'll always be something for me. Is like where you play first WNBA game at. Like, it'll always be at Connecticut. Like, that'll just be something that you remember and cherish. And hopefully, looking back, like, my 10 turnovers will be something that I can laugh about when my career ends, and hopefully I clean it up a little bit. But yeah, I think that'll be something I remember. But also, my first home opener will be kind of up there, just the same for sure.
James, go ahead.
Kaylin, obviously you're in a unique position, a lot of attention when you play. I always want to ask you, are the games freeing for you? Because it's only so many people can build a court around you during those moments. Like, does it just give you a freeness to just go hoop?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like it's kind of where I show my creativity. Like, I don't feel like I'm a creative person, but like, when you think about it, like, basketball is like a way to be creative and like express yourself. And I feel like that's kind of been, something over the course of my career that I've realized, like, it's somewhere where you just go out there and you just play. Like, you don't think. Like, it's just kind of like a second nature to you and what you do. And I think that just is because of how long I've played this game, how much I've studied this game, how much film I've watched, how much time I put into it. Like, to me, it's like I'm not really thinking out there, and that's when I'm at best. When I'm just playing basketball, I'm not a robot. I'm just, playing and letting the game come to me and kind of just being free flowing.
We got two in the back. We'll just forget Mike. Zach, go ahead.
All right, I'll talk about it. From a practical perspective, the turnaround from the college season to the W season seems just absolutely insane. What is it like playing in regular season games this soon afterwards? And also, does Ryan deserve a raise?
Of course, Ryan deserves a raise. I don't make those decisions though, so you gotta talk to somebody else. But I think, the turnaround, obviously it's not like ideal. I'm not like, I don't want to come in here and play games 2 weeks after, but at the same time, like, it is what it is. It's been the same the whole time we've had the league. It's been the same for every other rookie that's come into this league. So it's not anything that's like an excuse or, something you don't want. Like, I think it just is what it is. And at the same time, like, you're kind of just thrown out there into the fire, and like, maybe at times that's probably the best way to learn. Like, your first game's going to come at some point. There's only so much of replication you can do in practice of, other teams and game environments. So I think, like, at some point, like, the best thing is just throw them out into the fire, play your first game, play in loud environments, play against other teams, aggressive defenses, stellar offenses, and that's really just going to be the best way to learn. So I don't think it bothers me too much, but it is definitely different.
Got two more in the back.
Go
ahead.
We were talking about your college career a little bit, Caitlin, and the few years that you went from a freshman to a senior. It turned into, the women's team was the one that was selling out arenas, and the men's team had a lot harder time filling up Carver Hawkeye while you were there in this last season. As I've driven around Indianapolis this week, I see a lot of Pacer stuff around, maybe not quite as much Fever stuff around the city at this point. Is it kind of your hope or goal or objective to kind of start doing the same thing in this city, where you start seeing a lot more Fever shirts and hats and posters and signs and stuff all over the city?
Yeah, I think for sure. Like, I think the more, across the board the WNBA can grow, the better it will be. I never feel like it's like a competition of like, we need to beat the men. Like, that's never what it is. I think it's just like, we can be on the same level that they've been at, whether it's the college level, whether it's the professional level. I never think it's like a competition of we need to be better. Like, it's a, why can't we be up there, right there with them? Our game is just as exciting, and I think it'll obviously get to that point. I think our talent level is just becoming more and more. Obviously, expansion is going to help and be great. The more we play on national television will be great. But yeah, the more Fever gear we can get across the country, the better. Why not? Let's go. I think we should give it out for free.
So Kate, we were
on Tuesday, now back in Indiana today. You're already starting to see the schedule, tons of games in a short amount of time. How is that preparation process, kind of different than college in terms of going from game to game to game in just a couple days?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more like mental preparation than anything. Like in college, like you usually have like an off day and then you get another 2 days to prep for the next game. Like you don't have that here. Like you get home at 4 a.m., you come to practice at 2 p.m., like you're prepping, you're getting ready, you're watching film of the night before, then you got to watch film of your next opponent. Like you only have, so many hours, but at the same time, that's the same scenario for every other team. Like it's not like anybody's getting the short hand here. So I think more than anything, it's just a mental preparation. You got to take care of your body. You got to watch more film. There's only so much, physical stuff you can do on the court as a team and as an individual. So I think that's just going to be the biggest adjustment is, taking care of your body and taking care of your mind, but also like almost playing the game in your mind before the game actually starts, because you're not going to be able to do that on the court during practice.